Keyshawn Davis versus Gustavo Lemos in the 135-pound division, which is the lightweight division. Obviously, Friday, November the 8th, which is the fight. Obviously, Brian Norman Jr. was supposed to be on this card as well, but he has picked up an injury. So we're just going to do the main event, which is, I think it's a cracking main event. I think it's a bad fight for Keyshawn Davis. I really do think it's a bad matchup for him. Gustavo Lemos 29 wins, one defeat. Put up a real good fight against Richardson Hitchens, didn't he? A lot of people argue Lemos won that fight against Richardson Hitchens, which is why I think it is a bad fight for Keyshawn Davis, especially when, for me, I think Keyshawn Davis has not really beaten anyone, in my opinion. Apart from probably his best wins, probably Jose Pedraza, former world title challenger. That's about it for Keyshawn Davis. That's about it in terms of his best win. I actually think Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz would have been a better matchup. Obviously, they met in the amateurs. So I actually think that would have been a better matchup. And I really fear for Keyshawn Davis in this fight. If he can come through this fight, this will be by far his best win on his resume. Gustavo Lemos, he don't mutt about. He'll be there to knock Keyshawn Davis out. He's a punter, Gustavo Lemos as well, especially if he is to land on Keyshawn Davis. Obviously, it's a bit of an unknown. Keyshawn Davis has not really been tested that much, and if Lemos does obviously land on Keyshawn Davis, he's in trouble, in my opinion. He is in trouble, and especially if he hits Keyshawn Davis as well. Keyshawn Davis, obviously one of these upcoming prospects in terms of America. He is one of these upcoming prospects in terms of America. Is Keyshawn Davis. But for me, I fancy Lemos. I'm sorry, people. I do fancy Lemos in this fight. And I do fancy Lemos by KO. I really do. I think this is the 1-1 fight for Keyshawn Davis. Obviously, but we can't have it both ways. We're all saying, but we want Keyshawn Davis to step up. But I think it's the one fight for him. I think Richardson Hitchens is probably forcing it to even get a win against Gustavo Lemos as well. I think Hitchens was very fortunate in that fight. And I think Hitchens and Keyshawn Davis are probably the same level for me. And maybe Hitchens is obviously slightly better, because Hitchens is obviously going to be challenging for a world title at some point, as he is a mandatory challenger. Obviously, I think he's done. Richardson Hitchens is going to end up fighting Ian Powell, isn't he, in December? So Hitchens is obviously slightly better than Keyshawn Davis. He's going to be challenging for a world title. But fair play to Keyshawn Davis if he comes through this fight, but I can't see it. I really can't see it, especially if Lemos was to tip Keyshawn Davis, and all of a sudden we will know more about Keyshawn Davis, about his chin. How does he like it on the chin, Keyshawn Davis? And Gustavo Lemos is a quality fighter, and I fancy Gustavo Lemos by knockout, by KO / stoppage. In terms of what round, I think it's going to be midway through. Even the betting odds have actually, when you look at the betting odds, they got Keyshawn Davis 1-6 favourite, but they got Gustavo Lemos at only 4-1. So even the betting odds think this is a dangerous fight for Keyshawn Davis. And for me, I'm going to go for a 7th round KO / stoppage win for Gustavo Lemos. Because when I first saw it, I was like, Is Tyson Davis having a laugh? Is he having a laugh taking that fight? I just think it's too big of a step up for Tyson Davis, especially when Tyson Davis has not really fought anyone yet. I think Tyson Davis is going to need to work hard in this fight. They need to work hard, do what Whitson Hitsons did, with his bottom move. I think he had to bottom move. Try and tire Lemos out. That's the only way Davis can win this fight. But having Lemos is very good at closing the gap and closing the traps as well. So this is why I'm going to go for Gustavo Lemos, 7th round KO stoppage win over Tyson Davis. Feel free to leave your predictions and thoughts down below on this fight down below in the comments. Is it too big of a step up for Tyson Davis, or do you fancy Tyson Davis to win this fight? I've done for Gustavo Lemos by 7th round. I could have easily done safe with Davis, but I'm done for it. I'm done for Lemos with a KO stoppers win in the 7th round. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, and see you later.